Mr. Stephen Hill, how are you?
I'm very good, MissPhaShunta. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. What do you love about film, and what is your favorite film right now?
I love film because you can sit there for 2 hours and be taken to another place. You let the part of your brain that allows imagination to run wild to just run wild, and that's what I love about film. You can be enveloped by the film. You can be repulsed by a film. You can feel all the range of emotions in a film while just sitting there.
What's your favorite film right now?
My favorite film right now. Ooh, that's a tough one. You mean ever or right now?
Ever and right now. Let's do that.
Ooh, that's a tough one. I love Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I think that's a fantastic movie. Right now, I don't think I've seen a movie recently because all I do is watch versions of the New Edition story coming to BET January 24th, 25th, and 26th.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, sir. We appreciate you.
Have a great night.
How are you tonight?
I'm doing good, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing awesome. Can you tell us what you're wearing?
Well, I'm wearing Tia today, so it's a leather, one shoulder strap. Just wanted to keep it sexy, slick back the hair, curly.
You know, I was so sad when Orange is the New Black ended. I'm so ready for the new season. You know, what? Yes.
Did you cry your eyes out?
Like yes, I did. I was like, oh my gosh.
And then Crazy Eyes with I Would Like to Feel Like What It's Like to Not Breathe. I thought it was great. I felt like it touched on matters that are happening right now. I felt like it was very timely, and I had to keep it a secret for 6 months.
Now, what do you love most about filming and just being on set with everyone?
You know what? I love the fact that we're a family. It's fun being on set, extremely grateful. It's great working with great people, no egos. So I think that's the best part.
How long does it take to shoot one episode?
It takes about 10 days. 10 business days.
Really? Oh, that's awesome. Now, what do you have coming up for us?
Ooh, well, right now I'm shooting. I'm shooting season 5, and I'm working on a few projects. Can't let you know right now, but it's coming out soon.
What do you love most about acting? And please tell us, what are you wearing?
Oh, what I love most about acting is how free it is. It is the most freeing experience I've ever had in my life. Because most of the time in life, you're running around being polite to people and telling people things that you don't necessarily feel. Where in acting, you say exactly how you feel, however it comes out, and you're unapologetic about it. This is what I love about acting. What am I wearing right now? Some Doc Martens, some H&M shirt, and a freaking Forever 21 jacket.
Well, we love it. How did you get your start into acting?
How to get my start into acting? The way I got started in acting is I went to this thing as a background actor for film in UCLA, and they ended up upgrading me into a speaking role on there, and it was an amazing experience for me. I went from just trying to observe what was going on to being one of the main talent in the show.
Awesome. Now, who inspires you in the acting world? Anyone inspire you?
Yes, Idris inspires me a lot. Tom Hardy inspires me. Sean Penn inspires me. Mark Wahlberg inspires me because they're all hardworking people and are not afraid to invest in themselves.
Awesome. My last question would be, who would you love to work with?
Person I would love to work with, Idris Elba. I would love to work with Idris Elba. I would love to work with Antoine Fuqua on a bigger project. The first time we worked together was on a Nike commercial. And John Boyega, that's like my brother in the acting world. Like, the dude's a beast.
What I love most about film is coming up with a concept from nowhere, from your brain, from your experience, from who you are as a human being, and making it relatable so that everybody else clearly sees your vision. At the end of the day, that is the most fulfilling feeling when you can say, I understand what black women or white women or men or animals, who cares, but I understand what they relate to, and I can put it into this small screen and make people realize things about themselves that they didn't even know were true. To me, that is the most interesting and fulfilling part of filmmaking.
Awesome. How do you get into your space to just write and to produce? What do you do to prepare for all these films?
What do I do to prepare for all these films? I listen to a bunch of gospel music.
Which favorite gospel artist?
I'm not gonna lie to y'all, like I'm a 90s baby, so Kirk Franklin does something to me, like he touches my soul real deep. So oftentimes I go to the Kirk Franklin Pandora before I start writing and get it all together with God, and then I get the pen out and I get busy.
Also, my last question would be, who would you love to work with?
Who would I love to work with? Meryl Streep is just dumb. Like excuse my language, I don't know how else to put that. Like she's crazy. So I would love to work with someone of that status, Meryl Streep. I think that she's an amazing artist.
But how did she cast in Shots Fired?
How did I get cast in Shots Fired? For me, it was actually a long process. I auditioned a few times, and I had a couple of meetings with Gina Prince Bythewood, who's our wonderful director, creator, producer of this show. And for me, it was just, I was so hungry to play this character. I had never seen anybody like Preston Terry on television before. And, to have an opportunity to tell this type of a story and play a young lawyer, a young black African-American prosecutor, to me, it was just something I couldn't pass up. And I'm so incredibly excited to be a part of it and to be a part of it with such incredible cast members.
How do you practice, for roles?
How do I practice for roles? I just stare in the mirror and I just read my lines.
Stare in the mirror?
No, I mean, it's different. It's different depending on the role and obviously who you're working with. But, luckily enough, I have great cast members who made the job easier.
Who inspired you growing up as in the acting industry? Anyone inspire you?
So many. Denzel Washington, Sean Penn, Idris Elba, Daniel Day-Lewis, Leonardo DiCaprio, so many different inspirations.
Anyone you want to work with in the future?
All of those people. I haven't worked with any of them, so all those people.
Awesome. Any plans for tonight?
To give Urban World a great screening, to hopefully have a great, Q&A, and to just have fun. I'm excited to finally give the show to an audience. I've seen it, but only by myself in a little room. So for me, it's just exciting to see it with an audience.
Last question. What advice would you give to those who are wanting to be an actress or actor? What advice would you give to them?
Man, just focus on the work, forget about all the extraterrestrial things, Hollywood, the aspect of celebrity and fame, and just, keep it about the work and you will be all right.
Hi, Gina. How are you?
I'm good. I'm a little sick. I lost my voice.
It's okay. I want my hair just like yours. I love the girls. You're so successful when it comes to movies and the films. How do you get into that zone to write and direct and to just cast people?
It starts with an idea that I'm passionate about, and then music. I just put together a playlist and put my headphones on and just write. I usually put together a dream cast, and I'm able to write to that. Sanaa and Stefan, the two leads of this, were absolutely on that board, and that's just been really exciting to write something with my husband Reggie Rock that the actors that we got wanted to be a part of, and that was really helpful. They just wanted to be a part of the vision.
Now, we love all your films. We're sure you do too, but do you have a favorite film you ever did?
I love all my children. Love and Basketball will always be closest to my heart because it was so autobiographical. It was my first film. It was such a great experience. And I love the fact that 15 years later I'm working with Sanaa again. And it really was like just falling back into best friends. And you don't always get that on set.
Awesome. Now, how long did it take for you to direct and to do Shots Fired?
It was a 10-hour special event series. So we shot in North Carolina, actually in Charlotte, for 3 months. And I shot 2 of them. My husband shot 1. And then we put together a great group of directors, Malcolm Lee, Casey Lemons, Jonathan Demme, and they all came to help us direct.
Teamwork. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you. How are you tonight? I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing really good.
That's good. Now, what do you love most about acting? Now, how did you get into acting?
Well, to me, I'm just passionate about it, but I think, what do I love the most about it? I love, the story. I just love, really good stories. But I got into acting. I took an acting class, and I was really passionate about it, and I just jumped into the industry, and things started taking off.
How old are you? Where are you from?
I'm from Queens. I'm 30 years old.
You're 30. You're not 30.
That's what they always say.
What is your favorite film ever?
Training Day.
Why?
Because when I first discovered my passion for acting, that was one of the films that I was studying and I was learning a lot from. And Denzel, he's one of the best. So.
What inspires you to be an actor? And who do you look up to? And what advice would you give to those who are looking to go into this field?
Well, I would give, the advice I would give to people, don't be afraid, just do what you want to do. but it's so many different people inspire me, like 50 Cent, Ice-T, Denzel, Washington, Samuel Jackson, Nate Parker, Michael B. Jordan, John Boyega. Like the list goes on and on. But now's the time, like, and you see that we're here for the urban. But like now's the time that we get to really show the world, like that we get, like what we're about.
Outside of acting, what other talents do you have?
Oh man, I could play basketball.
Basketball?
Yeah, I'm all right. I could write. Like I'm a writer, you know.
Any directors you want to work with in the future?
Oh yeah, right now I want to work with Antoine Fuqua.
What's the reason behind that?
He did Training Day.
Oh my gosh, you in love with this movie. Oh, any plans for tonight? Any plans?
Nah, not really. I'm just gonna enjoy this show.
What inspires you to be in Shots Fired?
What inspired me? I think that because it's a project that has meaning behind it. The storyline is just amazing. It's such a controversial subject, so I think that was one of the key things that inspired me. So
how do you connect with your character?
wow, so Derek he's almost like the troublemaker in it. So he's always getting into it with cops, starting riots and stuff. So I feel like just the encounters that I've had with cops, like being able to relate to on that level. So that's about it.
And how do you feel? I know that it's a very relevant subject, especially, up until a few days ago. It's just been like it's just been a constant thing in the media. How do you use that to motivate you and your character?
I think like that's the power of film. It's such a useful tool, and it can really change hearts and change mentalities and the way we look at things. So I think that Gina and Reggie, they did an amazing job of creating this show. And hopefully we can start seeing the change move forward after this project. So.
And what do you do to prepare for roles such as the one that you play in Shots Fired?
What do I do to prepare? First, I have to pray. You know what I mean? Like spend time in that, and then it's always just preparing, immersing myself as the actual character, and trying to paint out the scenes myself. So that's about it.
Can you guys tell me what you're wearing today?
What you wearing, Kanye?
Well, I got some
pajama pants.
YSL. Listen, Zebra back. I got some YSL boots, little Zara.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is. Little watch, little something.
You got this from where?
I don't know where I got this. I got the shirt from Zara though.
What can we expect from the movie, you guys?
I wanted to talk about my Givenchy vintage. Okay. That's what I wanted to talk about.
Get him there.
I couldn't wait to pull this out the closet. Hello. My name is...
What can we expect, you guys, from this film?
Epic.
Yeah. Energy.
Legendary.
Yeah.
Legendary. Epic.
There you go. From this movie, man, you could expect us, man, bringing what New Edition was and what they were for the any lifers and what they are for the any lifers, bringing it to life. And what they did over the 30 years, man, starting from 12, 13, 14, all the way up to 30 plus, man. And it's so much in this movie. One answer is not going to do it. It's just full black excellence, man. All the music. You're going to take a trip back in time, but it's going to feel fresh. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I like to say it's Temptations meet Straight Outta Compton, straight up. That's what it is for me. I think it's both of those.
Keith Powers for president.
That's what you're gonna see when you see New Edition, man.
Thank you.